you're watching Talk Only La, a quick interview segment where we talk to a couple of teenagers about serious topics in a not so serious way. So we're going to be talking about racism today, most importantly, Chinese privilege. So let's find out from our guests what Chinese privilege actually is. On the 29th of August 2021, news channels reported for the National Day rally that PM Lee said it was entirely baseless to claim that Chinese privilege exists in Singapore. It was also stated that racial harmony may be taken for granted in Singapore and raised two areas where ethnic minorities continue to face difficulties in.
Well, I think he's speaking in his point of view, where his rank is, and politically. So, in his view, of course, the two top and main reasons that minorities face would be like what you said. But I disagree with him to say that the minorities are like they are not facing any issues.
Anyone can tell you that there's definitely Chinese privilege. It's really like very prevalent, say in like primary school, secondary school.
I would say one thing is definitely stereotyping, because I feel not 100% of the time, but a few times there will be occasions where people will make fun of you, not for who you are as a person, but for the race that you are labeled under. So for example, I remember when I was in primary school, actually, I had a tuition center, and there were times where I would be placed with the other tuition class instead of my main class, which was comprised entirely of Chinese. And so because I was the only Indian, there would be times where they would just call me like Apu Nene and like Chauta Tinggi. And there would also be other times where they would say like, oh, you're so smelly, you eat curry and stuff like that. And I feel that it's not reflective of who you are as a person, but rather the label that you are named under.
A lot of Chinese people, they look at me like, oh, he's Malay, he won't understand what we're talking about him. And so a lot of times they've actually like said rude stuff about me, like for no apparent reason. Like sometimes because you know the bus aunties, like you sit in the floor, right? So I'm young, I want to sit down on the bus. So I sit down on this, I'm around three aunties. Then they're not happy I sat there. So they might like to make the comments, like they make in Hokkien, in Chinese, and I understand a bit. Hokkien I understand a bit, Chinese I know well enough.
Some of my friends who are Malay, after they go secondary school, they go into JC and they are actually like pursuing like more sciencey and maths kind of subjects. So some of the comments they have received, like, you are smart for a Malay. So like people would have expected the stereotype that Malays will only go like poly or ITE or only pursue like arts kind of courses. So that's kind of weird. Like, it's something they cannot change also. It's not like they can just say, oh, I'm actually not Indian anymore. Today I'm not Indian. So you can just ignore that. It's like, it's part of their culture, it's part of their heritage and everything. It's like, it's something they are proud of, you know, and it's something that's like been through them their entire life. So who are we like the majority to like tell them, no, I say you cannot live here just because you're Malay, like that. It's like, I guess it's something we should be more accepting into stuff like that. Like, for example, for like, the food one, like, what's wrong with having like the smell, like the ethnic food? I mean, it's food. It's like, you think Chinese food also very nice smelling, got all those stinky tofu and everything, but you also never say anything. Why must I call out the other people? No, I think they're denying it. Yeah, like they keep promoting like, oh, racial harmony, like we celebrate racial harmony every year, we come together as different races and everything, but honestly, do people really accept them? That's a big question that I feel everyone should ask themselves. Although they celebrate racial harmony maybe because their school does, or like they can wear different like ethnicity outfits just for the fun of it, but deep down I feel, do they really accept people for who they are despite their colours? Yeah.
I think Singapore does its part to show, but not to improve. Like, they want to have the face value that yes, we have RHD lah, you know, we always declare that we are a nation of 4 languages, you know, we're not just one majority race unlike other countries. So we tell people that yes, we are multiracial, but the way that a lot of people raise their kids is not the same. You know, like Chinese parents prefer to send their kids to Chinese schools, so they're not interacting with other races, so that they don't grow up the Malay boys or the Indian boys. You know, as it is immediate, like to a lot of parents, like Malay families are broken or not well fixed, so don't hang out with them. You know, and then even for Malays, it's like the same thing, like don't hang out with the Chinese. Yeah, because they think they have status than you. So we show the world that yes, we are multiracial, but we are not bringing the values to everybody. Yeah, it's for us to look, like for us as a country to look good, but not individuals.
Think more about food. Right? Yeah, it's just we arguing about food.
Sometimes she cannot like, you cannot, you don't know the English word for it. So
Yeah.
she struggled to like find a direct translation from Chinese.
No, never.
And do you all live happily and harmoniously together?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not with her lah, but yes.
Maybe not.
But is that because of race or other issues?
No, she's got other issues, that's why.
She's got other issues.
Yeah.